NextAg comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. NextAg isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. NextAg Appraisal and Realty.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
In today's digital world, you can never be too cautious when it comes to your security. Cyber attacks are affecting more businesses every day. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we understand the stress and impact a cyber attack can have, not just on your bottom line, but on your ability to serve your customers and protect their trust. That's why we are passionate about safeguarding your business. From real-time threat monitoring to advanced security protocols, we help keep your data safe, allowing you to focus on what matters most. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Attention Nebraska sports fans. Are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join us and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard, guard the good life.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome into Striking Up a Conversation. Harrison Arndt on the ones and twos at 1040 O Street. As always, come take a weeknight. 402-464-5685. You can drop a comment through the Starting Heyman text line. Also through the streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961. And I do see we got a couple of comments off YouTube already. But before we get to those, Kayla and Anna, the host as always of Striking Up a Conversation. How's it going on a Tuesday night?
I would say it's going pretty well.
A little chilly.
Yeah, it's a little bit colder than it was
last week.
Yeah, but no, I would say it's going pretty good. Can't complain too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cold really surprised me because I thought it was supposed to be like 40 degrees out and the wind's just been miserable.
Yeah.
So personally doing great. What about the bowling world? What's that looking like? And we'll dive into, you got 3 weekends in a row here where you guys got to hit the road.
Well, technically 2 weekends in the road. We're going to be on the road. 1 is here.
Yeah.
So we get to sleep in our own beds. So that's
true. Yeah.
That's a plus. So really, we're competing 3 weekends in a row, back-to-back weekends on the road. But other than that, I'm excited. Quick week this week, and then a really quick turnaround. We're literally home for like 48 hours, then we leave again. Just get a quick practice in, and then off to Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I get to see my dad this weekend. I mean, I got to see him. I was fortunate enough to go home, not for a good situation, because I actually chipped a tooth in Delaware.
Ooh.
Long story short, I have 2 front fake teeth, if people wanted to know. It happened in 3rd grade, and I must have did something in my sleep, and yeah, so I got to go home, but I got to see him, and I like seeing family, and I get to see, I have a family friend watch me bowl that I don't think has been able to come to a tournament yet this weekend. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Big Red. My sister's boyfriend gets to come, so I get to show him. That's my favorite activity, is showing people Lincoln for the first time. Honestly, it is such a...
And I'm excited because my parents are coming too this weekend, and also for the Big Red, and they're already making requests for can we go here for dinner? Can we go here? Can we go here? And I'm like, yeah, we can do anything you want.
Literally,
I'm here all the time now. You guys, it's up to you.
Yeah, my sister was telling me, she's like, I want to make sure we get him here and here. And I'm like, Kayla, you got that. That's a you thing. Let me make sure I get the stuff that people that aren't student athletes here, they can't do. Let me get that out of the way.
Yeah.
So I love doing that stuff, though. Showing people everything for the first time is awesome.
And it's just their reactions make everything better.
Yeah.
Just their excitement to like see everything and like
It reminds me of how nice it is to be here.
yes, it kind of makes like another just warm, fuzzy feeling. Like not everyone gets to see this every day, and it's our normal now. Like we just walk into the stadium, just do our thing, and then walk right out. Like it's just wild.
Yeah.
To like look back on.
You guys ever look back and like feel a little bit awestruck? Or no, is it just totally comfortable now?
Yes and no.
I personally would say like my freshman and sophomore year when we would walk past the field every day, that definitely was always just like you walk past it going to certain classes, but like sometimes when I had the time, I would like stop and like look at it, and it's like you'd walk out there sometimes just to get like sunlight. It's easy to right there, but yeah.
But now we're in like the completely different part of the stadium. Like we're on the east side and the north side instead of the west side. So like you don't get to walk by the field every day through like where the football team walks out in their tunnel walk and everything. So that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But
I would say if I got to see that again, it would happen. But.
Yeah, we could make a detour to go see it, but it's kind of out of the way now.
Yeah.
I think also from like moving from one training table to another, like the whole new facility, that was just like for like the first month when we would go in there, I'm like, dang, this is really nice. Like I still think that, but it's just kind of like, oh, I don't have to go completely to the other side of the stadium. It's way more accessible now.
Yeah. I would say though, like going from there to class is a lot easier because
100%.
This is so complaining. Like this is first world problems. So like having to go all the way around to get to the training table until you found out of like our like this like shortcut type thing. I was like,
it would add
the
like
walk
10
worth
minutes
it? Literally
to walk. The stadium's big.
Yeah, it's huge.
And like walking around the outside. Yeah, no.
Especially
in the wintertime.
Oh.
Yeah, and the wind's always crawling around that thing,
yeah, especially when you're going from the south end to the west end. That would be
so we're
awful.
The entrance to the rec center outside?
No, the other side.
The other side.
Okay.
So like North Stadium has the statue in it. South side is like where like I think computer science has a part of the building to them. But yeah, that I would see people literally like if you were like 100 pounds soaking wet, you'd get whipped around by wind over there. No joke.
Yeah,
like it was for some reason 10 times more intense in that part. It's crazy.
They literally call it the wind tunnel.
Yeah, it is. You can feel it every time.
Yeah.
I had to go over there yesterday for some media stuff. And I couldn't tell you the last time I walked in the west side doors. And I'm like, I do not miss walking in here every day, getting blown around and everything.
Well, and the door would feel like it's 80 pounds because like the wind would make it 10 times harder to open it.
Yeah, I wish that you walk in too. You probably walked in on like, was it yesterday when the wind was just absolutely crazy?
Yeah, it was literally yesterday morning I walked in there.
You knew the tunnel was roaring yesterday.
Yeah, but
yeah,
somehow we always get back on weather.
It's okay.
All right, we can, don't worry, we can pull off.
It's okay.
Because we do got some comments from YouTube. And again, you guys can comment through the Starter Heyman text line or any of the streams. Apologies, I'm not sure how to pronounce this name, so I'm going to assume it's B. If it's wrong, feel free to correct me. Good show, girls. Any advice for a bunch of middle schoolers going to state this Sunday at Sun Valley on how to relax, just have fun, and be in the moment, not put so much pressure on yourself? They're also excited to see you guys perform in a few weeks.
Yeah, you know, first of all, it would be kind of cool to go. I part of me wishes we weren't traveling, but I love traveling, but
that's exactly. I was like, can we go? And I'm like,
no,
we won't be here.
I think for me personally, because back when I was in middle school, I actually won. So
me too.
Period.
Yes.
But yeah, I would say for me, what helps is like just remembering to stay in the moment. And I think that is just like goes to any competition you're in, or even in practice, like just stay in that moment of remembering what to do in that shot, and trusting the process that got you there. Because obviously not everyone qualifies for state. Well, at least that's how it is in Wisconsin. I don't know how each state runs their programs.
Yes, we're from different states, so we're just assuming.
Yeah, I'm just going with the flow of it's kind of the same. So obviously remember how you got there, and just take each shot for what it's worth, and enjoy the process, because obviously eventually you won't be in middle school anymore, just like you won't be in high school anymore, and
you won't be in college anymore.
Yeah, so just take it for what it's worth.
Yeah, I think Anna said that really well, and just like rely on your teammates. Like if you throw a bad shot, just know that the person after you is gonna go up there and try to make the best shot they can.
Yeah.
And just rely on your teammates. Yeah, it's an individual sport, but you win as a team and you lose as a team. And I feel like that's what I've taken from this team specifically is like there's always gonna be someone there to pick you up when you're not down bad, but like when you're struggling.
Yeah, I would agree. And then the other thing is because my dad was my personal middle school coach, and he was also our team coach. Even if it is your parent or if it's not your parent, just always, obviously they always have your best interest in mind, and that obviously follows through to this, like into college. Everyone always has your best interest. No one's there to make you worse or anything like that. So just always remembering that, because obviously you may disagree at some point. I disagreed with my dad a lot. Sorry, Dad. I know you're watching. But looking back, we always had the best interest in mind. So just taking that second to be like, okay, let's try it, not fight it. So, because that's how I was in middle school. But I'm glad I changed.
I was going to ask, I didn't realize your dad was the coach.
Mm-hmm.
I could have taken a guess given the bowling ball collection, but nonetheless, what's that like? Some of the dynamics? Because I'm always curious. Talk to Sam Hoiberg about it, coach's son, coach's daughter on the bowling team. What are some of the challenges to that? And because it doesn't mean that your dad's coaching bad or you're being a bad, athlete or whatever, but it is a unique relationship.
Personally, like I honestly didn't really ever perform too bad, merely because it was on house shots. So it definitely made it easier to have I usually had a 90 to 92% fill every year, which is not the same in college, but Coach Limpa made the point that it's way harder. I'm still up in like the 80. I don't remember exactly, but I'm in somewhere between 80 and 87%, I think.
There's a lot of numbers out there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, so that part kind of, I guess, made it nice, but at the same time, it definitely had its challenges, merely because I would want to talk to him like my dad, and he would be talking to me as a player. And so that kind of made it difficult. And in reality, that never really hit until I would say high school. Middle school, I was pretty good, merely because it was just like, there was a big, I'm not trying to toot my horn or anything, but there was a big difference in competition wise, merely because I was practicing with my dad's high schoolers. So I would practice with the middle schoolers, but before middle school would start, I would be practicing every day, 4:00 with my dad's high school team. So I was playing with high schoolers and beating up on high schoolers. So that made it fun. And that's how I started exceeding my competition. And I would only really see people, at some of the same caliber when I would get to state. And that's when I would get humbled. Yeah. But no, so I guess that would, in high school, it started showing because I would start disagreeing with him. And we did butt heads at one point, and that's when we finally realized we need to get better. Him addressing me, because sometimes he addressed me as his daughter, not a player. And I would say, but it got difficult, yes, but at sometimes we understood where each other was coming from, and that's when we'd dial back and be like, okay, let's talk about what happened today. But in all reality, it didn't happen very often. It would just happen in a match that I felt like I wasn't doing well, even though my team was winning, because we had a really strong team all 4 years. So
Absolutely.
Sorry, that was kind of long rant.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I think I grew up playing softball in the summer for like our community. I don't even know what to call it.
Like
but
a city league team or something?
Yeah. And like my mom was one of the assistant coaches. So I totally get where Anna's coming from. My mom never wanted, it was hard to take away from like the mom and parenting aspect to the coach aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I felt like everyone looked at me differently because my mom was a coach on the team and I never wanted that.
Yeah.
So I totally get where Anna's coming from, because I've also experienced that, not through bowling, but through a different sport. But
and I think
it goes both ways.
And I think honestly, like whenever you have a parent that's your coach, is they automatically know what you're able to do. Like they don't have to sit there and learn your game or anything. Like they've been there, they've seen it. And so when they're the one that are coaching you, they have higher expectations for your output, like what you're going to be doing, your performance. And so it just makes it for a very interesting, obviously, like relationship on and off the lanes, or on the field and off the field.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. Back to the comment. Good
Yeah.
luck to you and your team. Like, sorry, that was a little bit of a tangent. But if we were in town, I think a lot of us would have enjoyed coming to watch that, giving back to the Lincoln community, because it's given us so much in the last 4 and 6 years of our careers here. And we look forward to seeing you guys at our home tournament. And please come say hi. Please ask for pictures. Like, we're not as scary as we look. I promise we are softies at heart.
Yes. And if the team wants any advice, we are all more than welcome to always answer questions.
Yeah.
We love yapping about bowling. That's
And bring a
why we're here.
Sharpie, get some stuff signed.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure you guys will do it.
Yes, 100%. It might be just squiggles because my signature is really long because my last name's long, but
yeah,
it's the thought that counts.
Exactly.
Do you guys work on your signatures? Like find
Yes.
I have a funny story about that, actually. Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, I don't care.
So when I was like obviously committing to Nebraska, my mom was like, you have to practice your signature when I signed my letter of intent. I think I signed my signature like 200 times to like perfect it. And it didn't even matter. And I was like, Mom, like it.
Yeah.
I always wonder, like, why does that? Your signature is your signature. What's the point of a signature?
I mean, for me, like because you're thinking like, oh, when I get big or something like that, whatever. Like when I sign someone's stuff, I want a cool signature. So I was trying to figure out how to have my A and my C connect. And so then I could just do the like NNA and then CALLAN, like to like have a cool thing. Or if I need to do it quick, just AC. That way it's like one connected thing. That's why I practice it. So I was like, low key, I want a cool way of doing it. So it's like unique. But then I like realized I'm like, well, when I get married, that's going to change. So who cares?
Yeah. Mine just Kayla with a big V and some squiggles. But when you see that big V, it's me.
Yeah. That and usually I just note them like put number 26.
Oh, yeah. Because
then they know.
Before this, like I would, obviously we never have numbers.
Right.
But like now everyone like not initials, like puts their number. Like
it's kind of funny because like we had a thing that we signed at Trev's when we did that. And everyone started putting their numbers. We're like, wait a minute. There's multiple the same number.
I was like Mara Beeson was standing right next to me. Obviously, she's not here anymore. She's out playing pro volleyball. But I was like, I have the same number as her. Like, I was just like, kind of like fangirling, obviously. But I was like, me and Mara Beeson have the same number. That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Little tangent.
Yep.
No, fair enough. I was going to go on a tangent. And I can't remember where I was going with it.
Okay.
Something about the signatures, like, yeah, the added value of having a nice signature.
I was
like if Michael Jordan had chicken scratch signature, like I don't
it'd
really
be
want
easy
to
to
jersey
copy
anymore.
that, and it wouldn't probably necessarily be like as valuable.
That's just not true, though. I don't buy in the fact that it would be easy to copy just because it's not pretty and crude to look at.
You'd be
it
surprised.
Doesn't mean it's easy.
Not saying to do this as like kids, but like me and my sister have my mom's signature mastered. Like
Same.
we've laid it
You're
down
exposing yourself, Anna. Your mom listens.
Yes, I know, but she's on a cruise right now and went to bed early because, like, I mean, it's a different time zone now, but she's on a cruise, so I know she ain't listening. But yeah, we would
watch it back.
I've perfected, like, me and my sister, like in elementary school, had that down. Like it's a pretty J and then very small I and then big L's, and then she does her middle initial too.
My mom has two nice and like perfected her signature, so yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. I love my mom's name in cursive. J's in cursive are gorgeous. No one can tell me different.
Yeah.
I love it.
I really need to do more cursive. I'm like forgetting how to even.
Right?
I was forced to do it.
I'm trying to think of a G for some reason. I know what the J looks like. But
the G is
we'll
like.
do it at the break.
Yeah, we can look at break.
We'll do it at the break.
We're not going to talk about cursive.
Okay. Back to bowling.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes left. Let's lock in on some actual.
Yeah. Oh wait, here. Going back to just like her thing in general, but yeah, good luck to the team. We keep taking tangents, but yeah, I do wish we could come because seeing young people aspire to be, in shoes that we're in, or like young guys that are looking to be on the professional side. Like you see those aspirations at that young of an age because our high school states in 2 weekends. So when we're in Arkansas, and so Danielle McEwen, who's a professional, she'll be there for our high school state, and so I think that's exciting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's just great to see that the sport is still growing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it was 2 years ago, the NCAA put out something. It was like the fastest growing sport in the NCAA was women's bowling. Like with how many teams are joining the NCAA and how many. Like the number of girls who are joining teams is growing at a crazy rate. And it's so cool to see because this sport, anyone can basically do it. You just got to get good at it.
Yeah.
Like you can, like to play basketball, you got to be tall. To play volleyball, you got to be tall.
Or you got to be good at throwing yourself to the floor like a libero.
Yeah. Or
because they're not tall.
Like doing gymnastics, you have to be small and petite. Like anyone can do bowling.
Playing corner, you got to. I'm just going to throw a joke in there. It's an NFL one that won't fly. Anyways, go ahead.
You're fine. But like, you get where the point I'm trying to make. Like anyone can do this. You just got to put the time and effort in and see where it goes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Now that we're on this, we got, and by the way, great question. We appreciate that. You guys can continue to chime in. I'm sure these guys always appreciate the kind of words. I know we talked about like your parents coaching. You guys have any like really great coaches? I don't think we've ever gone down the road of like mentors and coaches with any of these bowling shows?
Um,
Like parents, we know. What about like bowling coaches?
I think of my middle school and my high school coaches right off the top of my head. My middle school coach, I obviously grew up in the bowling world and everything, and I went to a really big bowling area. So like growing up, I knew I was going to bowl in middle school and high school and into college. But my middle school coach, she gives out like awards at the end of each year. And she gave me Diamond in the Rough. And after I went through middle school and high school, and I told her I was committing to college to bowl at one of the prestigious universities in college bowling, she literally just bawled. Like she saw something in me that I didn't see in myself then, and she couldn't have been more happy for me.
What was her name?
Her name is Kelly Nims.
Coach Nims?
I don't know. You may like
What'd you call her? Coach?
no Kelly Nims.
You just call her like Kelly?
Oh yeah, Coach
Okay,
Kelly.
yeah.
I was like,
I was
I was
so
so
confused. I was so confused. Sorry, it's
Yeah.
been a long day. Sorry, guys.
No, I'm right there with you.
I was like-
I was just gonna say shout out Coach Nim. So
I
wanted
was
to make
like,
sure to
do you
get it
know
right.
her?
No.
Like how you said that, I was like, do you know her? That's
Wouldn't
really
that
weird.
be crazy?
Yeah, I used to bowl with her all the time. No, all right, Anna. What about you?
I'm
Isn't it-
so
Um,
sorry.
Your dad and who
Yeah,
else?
obviously my dad. I honestly would say a lot of like the people that I, in a weird way, because like my dad, obviously, he was like my major coach when I was younger and was all the way up until like the end of high school. I would have like a few like coaches that like they were like league coaches. But I would say like the ones that have like a lasting impact on me are honestly college coaches that I became friends with before, or like during the recruiting process. So like Sean Walkner, love that man. He is awesome. He was my brother's head coach while he was in college, and then he actually helped me make my decision to come here, merely because we were just talking, and he's like, he's like, I stepped foot in Nebraska because he was looking to come here for the club team at the time. And he goes, I knew it was too big. So he's like, I actually canceled my visit. And he's like, it's kind of like, you're going to know when you get there. He's like, if it's too big or if it's just right. So him, and then another coach is Dan Mueller. He coaches at a D3 school. He's awesome. Very friendly. We're still lifelong friends. And then Andy Dirks, he coaches at a different school. I became really good friends with him. He was one of the first like coaches, and I knew at the time he was a Team USA coach. That's when I realized like Kayla, like I didn't really see anything in myself. I didn't know I was a D1 athlete. I didn't know I had the capability of being in Nebraska. I didn't think I had the talent. Honestly, I would say Andy Dirks was like one of the first people that instilled that in me. And then yeah, he was the one that kind of like opened my eyes, and then someone that told me like you need to look at Nebraska, but she wasn't a coach. She was just a player that was here. So yeah,
That's
I would
super
say
cool.
just college coaches that I got to know throughout the process of knowing my brother was in college and stuff.
Cool. It's always like weird, because like especially with athletes, like you guys are competitive, and it goes across like all sports, bowling, football, and it's always amazing how it always a lot of times it takes somebody like from the outside to be like, you're really good.
Mhm.
Like why is that? Do you think athletes in particular really sell themselves short until there is a mentor being like, if you do X, Y, and Z, you can go play at the University of Nebraska?
I don't know.
Or is that not true? You could even argue that's not a true sentiment at all, and that most athletes do have that confidence.
No, no.
I think it's a give and take.
I think there's more athletes than not. Like there's
Yeah, for sure.
there's people out there who are extremely confident in their abilities.
Mhm.
But I think what you're trying to say, there's more of those athletes. Like needing someone to like kind of like push them to like
Yeah, like the elites of the elite, despite like even like the best of the best, they always still have those stories of like someone telling them like you can go do this, even though
And-
they're like dominating in high school or whatever.
In a weird way, I feel like it's tied to how the sport is. Because like for us, we're an extremely individual sport. So like if you're not first, you're last. Basically, is kind
Yeah,
of like
that's a
how
good
you
point.
walk in,
Mhm.
because there's only ever one winner. Like 90% of the tournaments, unless you're bowling in college or you're bowling nationals with the team, because obviously like there's team events, but then you also have doubles, and then you also have singles, and then you have all events, which is singles, because that's how it's shown that we're such an individual sport, is that you have an all events winner because you take your score from team, doubles, and singles. So that's where it's like, I think for our sport, you see a lot of that merely because, again, if you're not first, you're last. Where like when you're coming into college, you're winning with the team and you're losing with the team. So it's a lot easier to like, you kind of know at that point you have the confidence because it's like, I'm with these group of girls and we're all extremely talented. Like that's where that kind of hits. Where like for me, I didn't know because I always knew there was something off in my game. I knew I was missing something.
Or
and
maybe
that's
like hyper focusing on it or
I don't know how to explain it. In a way, it's like it's that aha moment when you find out where you want to go type of thing. Where it's you realize that okay, this was where my holdback was. And that's when I got here and Coach Klumpa helped me and all of a sudden I was like, booyah. I mean, honestly, like if it wasn't my dad, I would say Coach Klumpa is like number one. Like that would be my mentor. That is the guy that I think of when I think of my game because that man, he took what my dad got me to and made it 1,000 times better. And I can't thank him enough for it.
Oh yeah.
Like that is like, cause obviously I didn't want to be cheesy and be like, oh, my college coach, cause I'm here. But in reality, that's what it was. I mean,
the knowledge that this man knows is insane.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, his resume is going to
it's
going to give valid to anything you're saying about him.
In a weird way, it's just like that, I think, is the reason why some people struggle with confidence. It's just like, as a player, like I bet even football players would say, like, there's something that was holding me back, not sure what it was. I'd talk with these people and it's like, oh. And like sometimes your game's good enough to get somewhere, but it's like there's still something. It's like when you have the word on the tip of your tongue, but you don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily like I'm overpicking my game before I came here. It was just like I didn't know what I needed to do because my dad kind of got me to the point where it was like he did for me what he could, and he knew at that point that it was my time now to like get a college coach because he got me as far as he could. If that makes sense.
No, absolutely does. I actually think that's a good way to put it. Kind of like on the tip of that tongue.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's a inability or like no effort to go and fix it, but it's just like right there and you're trying to put that last piece together. All right. With that being said, though, we are up to our first break here. Don't go anywhere. Striking up a conversation. Talk to you guys in a little bit.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Attention Nebraska sports fans. Are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join us and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard, guard the good life.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hey, bestie. Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier dealership, stocking top brands such as Can-Am, Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Indian Motorcycles, Sea-Doo, Manitou pontoon boats, and Triton trailers. Come check out Nebraska's newest Indian motorcycle dealership and ring in the new year the right way on an Indian motorcycle. Save big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft to ring in the new year at their new 27th and I-80 location.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hey, bestie! Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Striking up conversation. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. We got Jackson to my left, as well as a couple of boulders. Kayla Verstrady and account, as always. 402-464-5685. That is the Starter Heyman text line. I mispronounced Callan?
No, it was yeah.
No, we looked at each other and then we just started laughing.
Okay, that's how you know you guys are good friends. That's all it takes just to start the laughs.
It's because we're both funny looking.
Whoa.
I'm not saying that.
Bold statement there.
Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961. You can watch the streams and find out if that's true or not. All right, guys. We can talk about this weekend. You guys stated it.
That's true. Okay,
I didn't. She did. The way you played with it, though, that's funny. What'd you say though?
This weekend we're gonna talk about bowling. You guys do have to head on the road.
This is a bowling show, so we're gonna talk about bowling.
Yeah. Okay. No, yeah. Oh.
Go.
We leave Thursday bright and early for Joliet. Did I say that right? Lockport, Joliet, whatever. Illinois. I could say it wrong for Kayla.
No, please don't.
But yeah, we leave bright and early. I think around 3 a.m.
3:30 a.m.
Yeah, so we have to be to the East Campus by 3:15. Woo! So exciting.
Yeah.
I bring so many blankets on this thing. I bring 3.
Oh, it's because we bus.
Yep. And I bring 2 pillows.
Oh, how long's the drive for this one? You know?
Shorter than Kenosha. I know that.
But not really.
It's like by maybe 30 minutes.
So we're going to be on a bus for like 8.5 hours.
Yeah. You want to hear how so the bus, I put a blanket on the floor. Hear me out because people probably think it's gross. I put a blanket on the floor and then I put my pillows down. Sleep with a blanket, but then I have one draped over the top because you don't get enough sleep when you're waking up at 2 a.m. to get to this place. So that's how I keep the light out of my eyes.
Yeah,
it actually works.
What's best about that?
Huh? Sleeping on the bus floor, but I put a blanket down. So
yeah, that's where I'm at. If you put the blanket down, I don't.
Yeah,
that's not too bad.
Yeah,
is it like a double decker or what's supposed to?
I wish.
No, we have like one of the Husker buses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
my favorite
not
was
comfortable.
No, but I loved it when we had our Redbirds Brighter bus. Because when we pulled up to a tournament with that, you just see literally Maryville, Arkansas, and
I don't remember
some other tournament. Like it was a tournament, and literally 3 other red teams were outside when we pulled up. I'm like, that's iconic.
You're like, you always like, oh, what team's on that bus? What team's on that bus? You know what team's on that bus. That do be us.
Yeah, I missed that one because they changed it now, just as Huskers.
Oh, why?
They still, I don't know.
Great question. Ask the people that changed it, man.
That is a good question. I always liked that logo though.
I
The red
know.
burns brighter. That was like one of the things that, you know,
It was iconic.
a lot of controversy about like Adidas and like, you know, their apparel, depending on which sport. But I always thought like some of that marketing was pretty good. All right. Competition wise, what's this one looking like?
Well, I didn't know, so
Anna
ask
just had
her.
I just was reading Anna the list of teams that were going to be there this weekend, and she didn't know that like the top 5 teams in the country were going to be there.
No, last year they weren't.
Yeah, everyone just wanted to come because we were going.
I literally last year I didn't bowl, so I remember who was there. That was not the list.
If anyone wants to know, I will read the list of the ranked teams that are going to be there.
And you guys just came from a team invite as well, right? Or no, was that 2 weeks ago?
PVAMU, yeah.
I don't think this is an invite though.
No,
this one isn't.
It's just a
happens
classic.
to have
Yeah.
teams you would probably see in an
Yeah.
invite.
So we got Vanderbilt, Jacksonville State, us, Youngstown, SFA, Wichita, Sam, Maryville, NCAP, McKendree, Tulane, and Whitewater. So I think that's 12 of the top 25 teams.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Iconic.
So I think we can get some good wins this weekend.
I
and
agree.
Have some good competition and
Yeah.
see how the next 3 weekends are going to go. Because I think they're going to be really fun. And to
And if-
cap off the
Yeah.
regular season with our home tournament, I think is really exciting.
Yeah, and I think this weekend, if anything, will also prepare us for the weekend after because Arkansas, it's going to be basically the same exact teams down there.
Yeah.
So if anything, it's just
Add
gonna
some.
it's just gonna help us out. in
Yeah, I
reality.
think this is really going to help us as a team to see what we implemented after we came back from Texas because a lot of us really grinded through, shot so many spares.
Yep.
I never want to see a 10 pin again in my life. Never. No, it's just funny to us. 'cause
Me
we
and a two-pin
shot-
girl.
We literally shot so many of them. But yeah, it was a nice thing to have a weekend off and to reset. But I'm
Mhm.
ready to get back out there. I'm excited.
Same. I mean, being able to go home and have that little reset too was nice. But even if I was here with the girls, it would have been a good reset too. So
Yeah,
we did a little team bonding.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was the team
I was
bonding?
still part of it, even though I wasn't there.
We had a sleepover.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got FaceTime calls. It was nice.
Yeah, we called Anna.
Yep.
So yeah.
I was asking these guys when was or not these guys, yesterday's show, spare time when it was beautiful all week, if they did anything super fun. They watched a lot of movies. What do you guys do? You got the beautiful weather, or did you just hang out inside? You guys bowl, you're in school, so I'm not going to blame you if you just slept.
I honestly don't even remember what I did last week.
It's just so hard because like our practice is in the middle of the afternoon. So by the time we're leaving at 5:00, it's getting dark. We're all hungry. We go to the stadium.
Yeah.
And it's like dark by the time we get out of there.
I mean, yeah, that, and it's like some of us work after practice too, so some of us don't leave East Campus.
Yeah.
So like
we're there for
11.
like 12 hours.
Yeah.
Hey, but the bunny's great.
Exactly.
I'll
I ain't
take it.
complaining.
I know Jillian's probably still there today. Her Tuesday schedule is insane. Jillian Martin, the bowler
Yeah.
yesterday. I think she's
Yeah, her
physics, chemistry, lunch.
Yeah, I stole her tonight. We went
Practice.
down to South Lincoln before her class. It was fun.
Yeah, what are you guys' majors again? Just I always
I'm business
mix 'em up.
management, so
Business
I have a
management.
pretty easy lifestyle. Still busy.
and mine is my master's in public relations.
And like, how does that kind of weigh out when we get to? I mean, you're gonna have 3 weeks in a row. You guys got to compete, and I know you. With Thursdays being a lot of times you guys are off, like you can't really put classes on those days. So how like stressful does it get at this point in the season where school's starting to get serious, but also your sport?
I would say I'm very fortunate. I have a teacher in my sociology class. I'm in sociology of sports. It was like a 300, 400 level class I had to take. The guy's really awesome. He's pretty chill. I just have to message him if I'm needing a couple days, even if it's not for traveling, because he's like, I get your lifestyle. He's like, don't feel pressured to get things to me on time if you really are struggling to find the time, which is really helpful. Obviously I'm not planning to abuse that, but at the same time, it's a nice thing to have in the back of my head.
That's just good communication
Yeah.
from the teacher.
Yeah. So shout out to Ryan.
Uh-huh.
Because he doesn't like being called instructor or anything like that. So, which is pretty chill. But anyway, I would say the other classes though are pretty light because one's biz ad 444, so I just have to do stuff that's leading me to graduation. But yeah, I would say I'm fortunate. My classes are pretty easygoing. I have a lot of understanding professors. One class doesn't take attendance. So like my Wednesdays, it's not like I'm gonna get hurt by like missing attendance points, even though they can't dock you there. But my schedule this semester is very sweet for the travel that we have. So I'm not really that stressed. It's a pretty light load. I don't have any exams in my classes except for one. So
yeah, and mine's different because obviously I'm in a grad program, but mine's completely online. So I'd like to get a lot of my stuff done before we travel because you don't know what the Wi-Fi is going to do at the hotel.
Bingo.
What type of meetings we're going to have. Our meetings could take 20 minutes. They've taken a few hours before. So like you don't know like you're going to have that hour each night to do homework. But like traveling on a bus this weekend is way easier. You can just connect to your hotspot on your phone, get some homework done.
That.
But like when we're on the planes, you have to buy the Wi-Fi. You don't know if it's going to work. You don't want to lose your work. And like the airports, people are just like
loud.
Yeah. I'm like, I need to focus.
Yeah. And it's not like our team's loud. No, there's like Susan on her phone talking to Charles. Hey, did you find everything? No, girl, take that phone call elsewhere. You see that we're all locked in here.
Do you guys don't wear the Bluetooth? Not the Bluetooth, the noise canceling headphones?
Yeah, but
you'd be surprised how many people you can still hear over that.
Or like they try
at an
to,
airport, yeah, I guess maybe.
And like they see us like all on our computers and stuff, and then everyone just wants to talk to us. There was this one time we were coming back from Youngstown. I remember this. We were all sitting there doing homework, all on our computers, not even talking to each other. And this guy wanted to have a full-blown conversation with us. And I'm like, dude,
I respect the interest. I will say I respect the interest. It's very sweet.
But like, read the room.
Yeah, yeah. Because that was stressful because it was literally like mid-semester, so everyone had midterms. That was rough.
Yeah, and I think we were getting back late too, and like we needed to grind out our homework before we got on the flight. I'm like,
oh, because that was the quick turnaround to Orlando, so that's why a lot of us. That's when we left Tuesday night, so that's why a lot of us were like cranking stuff out because we knew like the next week was going to be scary.
That's how we are when we go to Arkansas too, because we're leaving Wednesday afternoon, and so when we get back Sunday night at like 1 a.m., we leave again. I think Wednesday at noon.
Yeah. So it just kind of makes it a little stressful. So you see a lot of us lock in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering. And especially with, depending on what major you're in, obviously it's going to be a little bit different. But I know like Julian's a double major. And on top of that, to me, it's just like the travel and like it's not basketball where you go play the game, then you come back after.
You're
like,
there for 4 days.
Yeah, it's a weekend. Like you guys are gone for such extended periods of time. With that being said, that we are up to our last break here, though. So don't go anywhere. It is striking up a conversation with a couple of Husker Bowlers. As always, talk down the other side.
Attention Nebraska sports fans. Are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join us and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard. Guard the good life.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier dealership. Stocking top brands such as Can-Am, Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Indian Motorcycles, Sea-Doo, Manitou pontoon boats, and Triton trailers. Come check out Nebraska's newest Indian motorcycle dealership and ring in the new year the right way on an Indian motorcycle. Save big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft to ring in the new year at their new 27th and I-80 location.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier dealership, stocking top brands such as Can-Am, Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Indian Motorcycles, Sea-Doo, Manitou pontoon boats, and Triton trailers. Come check out Nebraska's newest Indian motorcycle dealership and ring in the new year the right way on an Indian motorcycle. Save big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft to ring in the new year at their new 27th and I-80 location.
At Lincoln Family Chiropractic, they believe everyone deserves to live a pain-free and active life. Whether it's neck pain, shoulder pain, or lower back pain, Lincoln Family Chiropractic specializes in customized care for every patient to promote faster healing, allowing you to get back to an optimal life. Lincoln Family Chiropractic's team specializes in treatments such as dry needling, cupping therapy, and traditional adjustments. Give Lincoln Family Chiropractic a call today, 402-484-5166. Visit them online at lincolnfamilychiro.com or in person, 1 block south of 70th and 8th Street in Lincoln.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Only about 5 minutes left here, striking up a conversation. Kayla Verstrady and Callan. Also, Jackson joining us in studio as well. To my left, 402-464-5685. As always, Sergeant Heyman text line. All right, wrap things up here. I tried to ask the bowlers yesterday, but they wouldn't even give up their phone still. Do you guys have TikTok?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Would you sell your phone for thousands of dollars?
No.
Probably hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, you got to add a couple more zeros.
I think we saw one for like 90.
$90,000.
Yes, I'm not. Who knows? It's probably a scam. It was on
debatable.
eBay. Wasn't it yesterday we saw one? It was an iPhone 16 for $50,000 on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. iPhone 16 with TikTok. That was the exact.
I have TikTok on my phone. Anyone want it?
I'm being serious. Like it's one of those where I think people might be so damn desperate for TikTok. I don't know how true it is.
How much do you
real
value your screen time on TikTok? Is pretty much
that's what I'm like trying to decide. Like I honestly think I would need like over $100,000 because like I waste a lot of time of my life on that app.
It sounds like
to
a win-win.
Just fork it over.
You just start with I waste a lot of my life.
Yeah, but like at the same time, I enjoy it. Like it brings me happiness. I would need over $100,000 because then I would need to waste more time shopping, and I can't have that run out like
6 figures.
It sounds like a moral dilemma.
It
I
is
agree.
honestly. But I enjoy my screen routing time.
I need 3 zeros behind it. Minimum.
Insane.
Minimum.
That's crazy.
Jackson, how much would it
Don't
take?
be
for you?
judging.
I'd rock with the 50 grand. I'm not gonna lie.
How much would it take
okay.
for you to sell it though? What's the lowest?
To sell my phone.
No, this
If you had
isn't fair.
TikTok.
Okay, I'm saying this is not fair. He probably has video games. I don't. So
Yeah, well, no, it's definitely fair because when it got banned for whatever,
Like
24
13 hours?
24, whatever, however long it was, I kept opening the app and it would just be like, it's unavailable. It's unavailable. Like, I kept going back and opening it, like forgetting that it was banned.
It's just
And all of a
reflex.
sudden, it just appears and it's just
yeah.
back.
No, we were
But-
at mid tournament and we were like, yes,
Dude, because like obviously we're all college kids and
in our 20s.
in our 20s, and
yeah.
someone was like, TikTok's back during a break, and we're all like, what? Literally, I think it was
Everyone
one
went feral.
Earth-shattering news.
But yeah, no, I think for not saying it depends on your gender, but I think if you do not play video games or you don't have like a second source of screen time, it makes it more valuable.
Yeah.
Personal opinion.
I cannot play a video game to save my life.
That's
I will
fair.
die.
Like Black Ops,
Ins-
that's where you got me. I'll play that, but that's about it. Or Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, someone tried to teach me how to play
Good
video
pick.
games one time, and I literally just died.
But I get
instantly.
bored like 30 minutes in. Where like I can sit on TikTok for like a good 2 to 3
That's
hours.
crazy. I'll sit and play like Madden and CFB for like.
But you're
4
yapping to
hours.
friends.
No, I'll play it by myself. I'm like 25 years.
Exposed
I'm
himself so
25 years deep into like a dynasty on CFB, and I'm just sitting there rocking.
It's not for me.
I'm just sitting there.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't even like to look at my hours on some of those, especially with college football. But I did pull up the numbers here. I am curious. $50,000. You're not gonna sell it?
50 grand.
No, I can't
I
part.
need double that.
There's no way this one's real. iPhone 15 Pro, 128 gigs. Well, I guess it's gonna help.
Hey.
$1 million.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
well,
that's
that's false.
no, that's just unrealistic.
iPhone 14 Pro Max, TikTok app still active, $900,000.
Well-
$10,000, $15,000. Wow, this one's iPhone 11, so you get 500 for it. 13, 2,000. I mean, I think the realistic ones are probably like 1,000 to 2,000, but you are seeing 9,000, 12,000, 15,000.
You can't even buy a
Who's
new
buying
phone
this?
for that. Like
I
$1,000.
honestly like to me.
Oh, that. Yeah, I guess that's
I
true.
can see like the 15, 16 selling for a little bit more because they are a newer version of the iPhone.
Yeah, those
That
can
would make sense to me, especially the 16, because like that is the brand new iPhone. It's gonna be people are gonna be like, okay, well, it's a brand new iPhone. You get the best camera quality, blah blah blah. On top of that, you get your TikTok.
But like, how is that going to work when it's under that person's like Apple ID? Like that's how my brain's
I
working.
wonder if that's why there's so much
Oh.
added value, because you're not just doing that, you're selling your Apple ID.
But what
You might have
happens when
cracked.
you
Crazy
spend
work.
10 grand or whatever on an iPhone, and then like all of a sudden they decide to
Low
just bring it
key,
back?
iconic, like that. Because what if like someone actually sold their phone? Hear me out. I sold my phone. I removed my Apple ID. Like I like screen wipe it. Neither of us get TikTok, and I get 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? Like they just wasted $10,000. I'm winning in the end of the day. Like I can get a new phone and have an extra like 8K.
True.
Yeah.
So true.
Genius. You know what?
I
I
think it
may
works.
have to look into it.
And no,
Well, don't publicly announce it, but
I'm joking. I'm joking. My dad would kill me. I'm joking.
I think Coach Cumble would kill you. He'd be like, "What are you doing?"
I mean, it's worth the
And I don't
thought.
think you could be able to like.
I
give
can't.
up
I don't think that's.
TikTok.
No, I like it too much.
Chaz is listening, by the way, and he says if someone offers you $50K for it, she better sell it.
Yeah. See, my dad knows what's up, but yeah.
Mark my words here. We will be watching TikTok on the bus this weekend to pass time, and
I'll probably make TikToks.
We'll probably send each other TikToks. We
Yeah.
will probably make TikToks. But yeah, it's
My
part of our
dad.
life.
Someone offers her 50G. She better be taking it. Thank you for the support, Father. I'll keep you updated.
All right, you guys have anything else left to add on the
want-
TikTok phone ordeal here?
No.
Or the Husker Bowling?
Watch us this weekend on our Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not on Bowl TV this
Nope.
weekend. It is free.
Yeah,
Um,
Husker Bowling.
Go like all our stuff
Yeah,
and yeah.
follow along. It's gonna be an exciting weekend.
And I will quick interject here as I actually get the op music ready. Quick lineup. What do you got here? Just the next meets in order. And then again, I really want to keep pushing out the home one because it doesn't happen every year, as we found out last year. Or at least
year,
I
yeah.
did. So give me the order, and then in particular that home one where people can come out, you
Yeah.
guys can sign stuff, shirts, t-shirts. I'm sure you guys will be nice
Yeah.
enough to do it. NIL's legal now. Be really fun.
Yeah. So this weekend, from Friday to Saturday, we are in Illinois. The following weekend,
Sunday.
sorry,
Good
is
Sunday.
Friday to Sunday. My bad. And then the following weekend, we are in Arkansas from Friday to Sunday. And then our home tournament is February 21st to the 23rd.
Come on Thursday. to our practice session is at 1:00. You guys can come after and we can sign some stuff.
Yeah.
Well said. Great show. Appreciate all you guys listening.
Bye,
That's
guys.
Anna Callan. That's Caleb Verstrady. Hair surrounds on the ones and twos. Jackson to my left as well. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep it rolling here on Thick of Weeknights.